When a team that has Gautam Gambhir as mentor wins an IPL trophy after a decade, it's easy to put a face to this turnaround. Gautam Gambhir surely spearheaded the vision for KKR 2.0 and the world continues to celebrate this triumph. The Burj Khalifa, in fact, lit up in Kolkata colours, showing images of the key men who brought about this historic win. But it's not just them who are responsible for what Kolkata Knight Riders have gone on to achieve. And you would have sensed so by the snatches of conversations by all the players, or whether it was the tweets, the pictures that they put up, the tiny gestures. Based on my conversations with a lot of the team members, I should give you some idea of who did what behind the scenes to ensure this squad triumphed. Of course, it had the pedigree. Gautam Gambhir, a seasoned campaigner in Indian cricket as mentor. Chandrakant Pandit, someone who's shown results at the domestic circuit, but this squad showed heart. I will have to start with Abhishek Nair. The man who in many ways has been responsible for Dinesh Karthik's resurgence in international cricket. He's been a fabulous mentor to the Kolkata franchise. His work was not just during the season. He worked tirelessly way before this season started with every single Indian player who's part of the Kolkata franchise. He held one-on-one sessions with everyone to strengthen what he believed was the core of the franchise, the key to their success. He worked at the KKR Academy without a break. The Indian players formed a bond around him. Next, Bharat Arun. One of the most technically sound coaches worked with the Indian Pacers to help them however he could. And that was his contribution. He shaped a lot of the players there with just his presence. Next up, Carl Crowe. One of the most jovial coaches in the sporting staff, a spin bowling specialist. He sat for hours and hours, practically every day, working with the lead spinners, Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarti, and a few others, studying batters that they would face, and made plans on how they could approach these batters and what would work best for them. The man assisting him often, of course, was Ryan ten Dishkarte. Tendo, as he's fondly called, a former captain himself of Netherlands cricket team. Tendo on paper is a fielding coach, but he did anything and everything that was asked of him. He was there whenever anyone needed him. He worked tirelessly with everyone towards their dream of winning the championship. He was their everyday man, and that was important. Next up, Srikanth. The scout who's always been studying talent and going about trying to see what he can do best and to help them contribute to this team and their performance. One of Srikanth's biggest ploys, which has really paid off so well this year, was to get Sunil Narine to open the batting, and boy did it work. His door at the hotel would always be open with food, advice, and a helping hand to anyone or any player who wanted it. And they were allowed to walk in and discuss their game set, their mind at any given point. I have to here talk about one of the biggest influences on the team, the owner, Sharukh Khan. He's a superstar that we all can see. The swag, the demeanor, the charm and grace. He can carry himself off so very well at any stage, even if he isn't familiar with it. And this year, Sharukh Khan was there in his elements. You could never really tell if Kolkata was losing or winning. He was there hugging them all, kissing them and doing his movie theatrics for all to lap up and cherish. He met every single player in his squad and also knew everything about each of them. He met their families, especially Rinku Singh, who he holds very close to his heart, a player from the humblest of starts. Sharukh Khan made sure he met Rinku's family. He led the team photo at the end of the final by urging everyone to blow a kiss, Harshit Rana style, the same thing that the bowler got fined for, in fact. It's a small little gesture by Sharukh Khan, but it spoke volumes of the owner backing every single one in his franchise, being behind them all. Sharukh Khan is everywhere, and yet he decides to stay away from all the cricket alone. That's only Gambhir and his team's prerogative, not Sharukh Khan's. He ensured the CEO, Venki Mysore, was there to liaison. For Sharukh Khan himself, truly it's been a magical journey from where he started as team owner to now. Because let's face it, IPL is intense. Owners feel the pressure. It gets to them in more ways than one. Defeat is not easy to grapple with for those who don't know what everyday failures could mean, like sports persons do. It's a part of their journey, dealing with success and failures constantly. Some owners, like Sanjeev Goenka, the owner of Lucknow franchise, took it out rather harshly. Some, like Kavya Maran of the Hyderabad franchise, broke down in tears. She was emotional after losing the final. It's not easy. Owner's job is just as hard, to hold on, yet somehow let go. It's a tightrope walk. They say familiarity breeds contempt. And I think it was just the opposite for Kolkata. Sharukh Khan and Gautam Gambhir understand each other all too well for this formula not to have worked. They decided to come back and be in each other's faces so much so that it only created magic. Former cricketer Ambati Rayudu said orange and purple caps don't win you IPL trophies. He couldn't be more right. It's a vision. It's playing like a team, being like a team and being one. And that doesn't come from just the 11 or 12 players out there, but also those behind the scenes who hold the seams in place and stitch a positive, winning narrative for everyone to fall back on.
South Africa's May 29th elections.
It was a start of change in the country.
We are on the verge of history.
I am standing here at the forefront of change, where voices echo the call for action. The nation grapples with an unemployment crisis. As South Africans prepare to cast their votes, the question looms: will the winds of change usher in a new era, or will the legacy of the past maintain its grip on the future?